Hello, this is James Smith at GANanalysis.net. Today we're looking at StarBUX, and this is a chart I originally did on May 6, 2024. You got a left shoulder ahead, a right shoulder. I thought it was getting ready to break the neckline. I thought you were going down here somewhere. And unfortunately, it did get down to the neckline, but it didn't break it. Let me show you an updated chart. It did get down here. It got down to the neckline, but it bounced off the neckline, setting up a rally into a 5-year cycle. That's 60 months. If you anchor from this high of March 2015, 5 years later you had a low, and 5 years later it looks like you have a high. Now, like I said, originally I thought you'd probably sell off into March 2025 because I thought, hey, you got this big 5-year cycle. You got a head and shoulders pattern. You're about to break the neckline. This is where you have to adapt and adjust to what the market gives you because we didn't break the neckline. We bounced off it. So that changes the forecast. That sets up a rally, which is what we got. It doesn't ultimately change the forecast because you still have a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, maybe a little higher than we expected. But the 5-year cycle is a big cycle, so if you rally into it, you're likely to turn down thereafter. And when you break the neckline, it's going to be a huge move down. A measured move down, if this from the head to the base moved over to the area of the breaking of the neckline, would give you a measured move down close to the November 2008 low at $7. I think it probably will retest the low at $7. Whether it gets there in January of 2029 in sync with a 45-month cycle or March of 2030 in sync with the 60-month cycle, we can look at that as we get closer to those dates. I think it may go all the way down into March of 2030. I think they've got real problems at StarBUX that are not going to be easily solved. They have burnt coffee. People worry about diabetes because all you do is you just load up the coffee with as much sugar as you can get into the coffee and without, oversaturating and having the sugar fall out. It's basically a sugar and caffeine fix. Everybody knows that. But the problem is it goes worse than that. You've got slow service, they're overpriced, and fixing the app is not going to help if you've got these other problems. So what I'm saying is that do they have a future? I don't think they do. I think this head and shoulders pattern is warning that you got a huge move down coming. And I think March is coming up. It's only a few weeks away. So if not today or tomorrow or next week, maybe by March, this thing should be moving down. When you break that neckline, you're headed down here somewhere. That's what the head and shoulders pattern would imply. Now, obviously, the stock can do whatever it wants. I could be totally wrong. I'm not here to tell you to short this stock. I'm showing you what a head and shoulders pattern would imply when you combine it with the 5-year cycle from GAN. So to me, it looks really good. Obviously, you have Fibonacci here and a 50% retracement of 66.69. You take out, every time you take out one of these support levels, you gain downside momentum. And you could even look at this former high back here in July of 2019 at 99.70. I think it's around 99.72. If you close below that, hey, that might be your first indication that this 5-year cycle is actually calling a high. Remember, you don't trade just with the GAN cycles. You need confirmation via price. So close below this former high at 99 area will take you down. And when you take out the neckline, you'll accelerate. When you take out the 50% mark, it'll get really bad. And then eventually, if you get down here by, say, March of 2030, $7, that seems about fair value to me. Because to me, I don't know if they're going to survive because they'll have burnt coffee. They loaded up with sugar. They got slow service and they're overpriced. I don't see how you get over that. It's just not realistic to think that they can solve those problems. I really don't see it.